don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
So you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a friend on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging the generations remember our story.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. What's good? What's good? Happy Wednesday. These blessings were facing. Welcome back. Today's supposed to be one of those days, man, where it's swarming. He ain't playing with nobody today, so make sure you got your waters. Stay hydrated. Then protect your skin, man. Skin cancer is real. On a side note, shout out to my poets, writers, content creators, and all in between. See the title. I got Nat in the studio. Bring him up here right now. I got a clip I want to play for y'all. And yeah, let's chop it up. I'm saying, Nat, what up?
Hey, man.
Word.
Staying hydrated, man.
You came prepared like that.
It's warm, yeah. It's probably warmer where you are. I'm kind of what? Oh, you do Fahrenheit, don't you? I never know what it is in Fahrenheit anymore. I switched to the C, you know. So I kind of don't know, but it's a little bit too hot for me, to be fair. But at the minute, I managed to shut my windows at just the right time, so it's kind of manageable at the minute. So yeah, what can I say? I've got this little fan on behind my desk, so you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. No complaints, man. No complaints.
They do what you got. I'm with you. It's supposed to get up to like 90 something, but it's supposed to feel like 115.
Oof.
Yeah, so yeah, for all of you who enjoy the summer, love this warm weather, y'all can have it. I have no parts of it, bro. I don't. I would be right underneath this air conditioner. Coming. But anyway, y'all see the title. We gotta talk about it. We've been down this road before, folks. I know, but I mean, this y'all like playing. So like, this is for educational purposes. Is to kind of just talk
before we crack on. I've got a sort of funny static noise from you. I don't know what it is.
No. Let me check that out. I see Brandon is in the studio. Let me bring him up. Let me know if you can still hear it or not. It, like if you hear anything in my background, it's probably my fan. But
No, it's like a sort of, like, I can't describe the noise. Brandon, can you explain what the noise is? Keep talking and we'll see what it is.
I have air on. I have my fan on, so I don't know if it's either.
Are you talking about it's like a little bump? Keep it hitting?
Yeah, like a little bump when you speak. Yeah, that's how to describe it. Thanks, man. I was lost. I was lost.
Yeah, every time you speak, I hear like a knock.
Gotcha. Let me see. I'm gonna try something now. Maybe let me do this. I'm gonna let this clip play, and while the clip playing and we get into the conversation, I'll see what I can do behind the scene.
I don't do that operation because that operation is the most fatal in plastic surgery anyway.
BBL is?
The BBL.
I've been telling you guys not to get BBLs, and this is why. I'm not a surgeon, but my whole job as a doctor is to help my patients avoid surgery, and it is because it is simply so risky. First, you have the general anesthesia where they're literally putting you under and basically close to the brink of death so that you don't feel anything or wake up during the surgery. This is actually pretty risky. You oftentimes may not wake up from general anesthesia, and it's one of the risks of any surgery. But the doctor in the video goes on to talk about the most inherent risk with the BBL, which is a fat embolism. Basically, they inject your butt and hips with fat from your stomach usually, and some of those fat particles can get into one of the veins that connects to your inferior vena cava, which connects directly to your heart and lungs, and you can get an embolism that goes straight to your lungs, and you can die from that. But my point is that a lot of surgeries are touted as safe and effective when really they're quite risky. I mean, you can have all other kinds of risks from surgery, anything from infection to feeling worse off than when you started, to with a BBL, you can actually get necrosis in that fat that was injected. So if you're getting a surgery that's going to save your life, that's one thing. But if you can avoid a surgery, I would avoid any unnecessary surgery at all costs.
Stop it there. Anyone want to start us off?
Yeah, it's nuts, right? It's nuts. Yeah, it's like this celebrity thing. It's like just go to the gym and do some work on your butt, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about here. Yeah, I can understand like getting rid of fat around the belly and stuff like that, but like injecting it in your butt, it's just I think it's ridiculous, to be honest. Like it's celebrity. It's caused by celebrity vanity, in my personal opinion, and it's what everybody wants these days. Everybody wants, they want the result. They don't want to do the work, right? And actually, that's just sad, isn't it? It's sad, the whole thing, really, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I don't like BBLs. First of all, can you at least get the thighs to match? Like, get the thighs to match. And it don't it like a little anti. It'd be like this. Like, just get it to match. And that's the thing. And then y'all, the way when you go like to Dr. Miami and get the BBLs, they gotta be in a wheelchair to get on the airplane. Then you can't fly for a certain time. That's kind of annoying. Like, as long as you look good in the face, you will be okay. Shoot, people on my 600-pound life, they get people. So y'all don't need no BBLs at all. And BBLs do not feel good. Natural, it don't feel good. It don't feel like the natural. It don't feel it. I'm just tired of people getting it and people wasting money. They could be paying rent. I know some girls who got BBLs and don't got a car yet. Why? Just saying. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, man. I'm grinning away, though. I'm grinning away. You got it.
I don't understand how a person can spend 60, 80 hours in front of a laptop or in an office or being a CNA or nurse aide, you will dedicate your entire life to get that paycheck, but you won't put that same level of dedication into your health. Like you'll work for the money, but you won't work out. There's something odd about that. You getting in your car, you getting dressed, putting on the uniform, smiling and doing all of the repetitious crap that you got to do to take care of yourself on a regular basis, but you don't want to control the food intake, cholesterol intake, salt intake. You have no discipline over that, but you know how to get $1. And I think it's admirable. If you can afford that nice condo, that nice car, and all of that, cool. If you like it, I love it. But it's something odd about having restraint in one area, but not in other areas. That is, it always bothered me. And I'm with you on that shape, man. Like on Country Wayne, damn near every single woman on there got, and all of them are just, I don't know how anybody finds it appealing at all. The fact that Vivica A. Fox got shit, she was like 60 years old, is crazy. So, what all this come down to me is, it's either you're trying to live forever, you're trying to stay young forever, you're trying to compete with younger women who still are firm and still got that youth with them, and they can still pull the type of men that you want, that you say you don't want. Or there's just this self-esteem issue that y'all not trying to address. Are you?
Yeah. Well, it is, isn't it? It's a sort of, I don't know. It's like it's not the same as fake boobs. It's a different thing. Fake boobs are kind of one thing, right? But the butt thing, I've always thought it's weird. And it's J-Lo, isn't it? J-Lo started this trend, didn't she? I think back in J-Lo, I think it was. Was it J-Lo? Who was the chick? Who was the chick that got the big butt? Who was the one? One of these chicks got the big butt. It wasn't J-Lo, no. I forget who the hell it was, to be honest. What?
Kim Kardashian.
That's it. Sorry. That's completely terrible. Yeah, that I mixed those two up. Kim Kardashian, that's the one. So yeah, so it's just odd. It's just odd. The whole thing. Very strange.
People gotta understand, and your hand does not feel right, right? First of all, and then you need money to.
I've never felt one. Does it not feel right?
It don't feel right. I ain't gonna lie, it don't feel right. Also, you gotta have an upkeep maintenance too, because you can't. You gotta like get it like freshened and conditioned like once a year or like once every 2 years, and people don't have the money for it. So like, why are you getting it? And then it's gonna start sagging. It's gonna look bad.
Ooh.
You need money for the upkeep. You can't just get it and expect that's it. You still gotta do the work.
Same with the boobs, but they last 10 sort of nearly 10 years. Yeah. So odd. It's odd.
People are willing to sacrifice their entire life just to maintain their figure. And like, if you can have the figure before the surgery, why are you trying to build one? I remember doing a stream on this before where they were describing how the meat that is transferred from wherever they take it from, it actually dies.
Yeah.
Like literally decomposes. So it's like,
yeah.
So you gotta continuously spend money to make sure that it doesn't contaminate or go into that vein and that vessel that he was describing here, and pretty much take you out before you even had a chance to get married or anything. Like I don't 10,000, 15,000, however amount y'all spend on that, I could use that for so much. There's so many different things I could do with that money. I'm not about to sit up here and I'm not cutting into my body, extending my legs to be tall just so that you'll find me more appealing. That shit crazy.
Right. And even with the little legs joint, the dude that got taller, that hurt. I know it hurt. You got metal rods in your knees to get taller. I think he went from like 5'6" to like 6'2" or something. That's crazy. Your legs don't look natural. Then you walk funny. Then what if like somebody like run over your leg or something and it breaks? You're done. It is. I don't know. It's absurd. You can use the money for something else. Go to school. Get a new house. Get a house. Get something else. You still gonna get played by the same person over and over. So what's the point?
Do you think, all right, let me ask this question. Do you think that these women are being delusional and lying to themselves when they say they're not doing any of this? Let's put this to bed. Are they getting these surgeries, these operations, and doing all this stuff with makeup and the hair? Are they doing it for men or are they doing it for themselves?
Both. But like I said, they still get played the same way. With a fat butt or not. So and even dudes got the little BBL abs like Drake. BBL Drizzy. I was like,
Try to fire that Drake. I heard about that shit too. Yo, that's crazy as hell, bro.
yeah.
How the hell do you get a bad BBL?
And the BBL abs. How the abs is abbing, but your arms not. You just look foolish at this point.
I wish people would live in their truth. Stop being in denial. You know damn well. Oh, I don't need a man. I'm not doing this for men. I'm doing this for me. I want to feel good for me. For me. But you ain't going to bed with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sick? Like, all right, I'm doing it for me, or are you competing? Are you secretly a lesbian? Are you secretly into women and you're trying to impress women? Or are you trying to compete with women, or are you trying to get? Since you don't care about what a man thinks about your appearance, what is it? And then, like, at the same time, it is hilarious, bro. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world and still get finessed. That conversation needs to be put to bed too. Y'all think that men are after Daphne Joy because of her skin complexion, or because she's a different race, or because of her figure? And men have like this disdain towards black women, and we prefer Koreans and Asians. No, man, like you can have the baddest body in the world, but if you got a horrible ass character, nobody's really trying to deal with that shit.
Right.
And I keep hearing that these BBLs stink, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've heard it multiple times. I did something on Cardi B. They was saying her shit was stinking. I'm like, yeah.
Like flesh going back into another flesh. It's just like, and that part of your body is not supposed to go down there. When you transfer fat, it's not supposed to go down there. Now your body trying to figure out what this is. And then some people don't even have flesh. Some people got concrete for like in their BBLs. I know you heard about that. Like some people get it done in a little shop $300. Bit of concrete.
People are just insane. Like people are literally insane. Yeah, the human stupidity, it shows no bounds, right? I mean, literally, like there's not a lot else I can really say. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous. It's the same thing as like guys messing down there, right, and adding all these extra functions and whatever, like they're fucking bolting these things on and stuff. Like the whole thing, yeah, is just insane, right? And it can cause permanent damage probably as well. I don't know about these BBL things, but it's like I don't want to touch one. Like I have no desire to, you know, I'm not against a nice ass on a woman, right? But a BBL is just the next, it's just another thing that's just, it's just weird. It's just weird. I just don't get it. Maybe I don't want to get it, right? Maybe getting it is a bad thing. Yeah. Maybe if I get it, it might make me weird. Yeah. That I understand it. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm in shock, really, to be honest, about these things. And I was expecting a fun conversation, but instead Creed's pulled this BBL thing, which is kind of it's too much, honestly. If I mention this to my daughter, she's 14, yeah, she'll be 15 in July. If I mention this to her, she will literally be like, it's ridiculous, yeah, you know, and because kids have a way of looking at these things that are completely different. It's refreshing, yeah, because it's just like she'll just be like, "That's so ridiculous," you know. And it's like I said in the beginning, yeah, like we want all these results, and we just don't want to do the work. Like everyone wants to be a millionaire, they want to make a lot of money, but yet they don't want to do any work. They're like, "Yeah, I'm going to just meditate, and then all these amazing things are going to happen to me, and I'm going to develop all this income." And then I'm going to build an amazing body without lifting any weights, without training at all. And it's just, I'm just a bit sick of it all, to be honest. I'm just sick of the laziness. And it's encouraged by a lot of these self-help gurus, right? A lot of this behavior is actually encouraged because it keeps them on a hook, right? So they keep coming back and keep coming back. And then, you know, it's like if Tony Robbins actually wrote a new book and he said, look, this book, it depicts everything that I've ever said and it's all rubbish. And this is the book you need, right? If Tony Robbins writes a book like that, it just tells you self-development industry is just broken, right? It's broken. And these people, yeah, what would you even be thinking? I don't know why you would even, like I said, I can understand you extract the fat from your belly, right? I can understand people do that because they're lazy. They want to look nice. And for them, it's a quick fix, right? It's a temporary fix, but it's a quick fix. But why would you put that stuff back in your body? Like, it's just odd. It's odd, really odd.
Yeah, I seen a video. It just came out. It been out, but I just seen it resurface. Brianna was in Miami, and they asked her about Miami. She said everybody down here just got BBLs and no pretty face in front of them. I was like, and then people who get like the fat transfer or like the fat taken out, they get that taken out, but then they get big again the next year because they don't work out. You still have to work out. You still got to follow diets when you get this stuff done. So that means you're wasting $1,200, $10,000. You're just wasting money at this point. I know people like that. They're just wasting money. You still got to do the work.
But I forgot about this. This is very important what I'm going to say. So I know a lady in England and she's called the cosmetic coach, right? And what she does is she basically holds the beauty industry to not to ransom, but she holds them to account, right? So for example, in England, you had this program called Bodged Bodies, where people would go to a plastic surgeon and then they would literally just like mess up their body, right? Because the plastic surgeon, you know, would basically, or a Botox doctor or whatever, would just mess up their face, right? And the thing is that with these procedures, it actually becomes addictive. The people who are doing these procedures, right, are actually addicted to that new little tweak. And to them, it's almost like what we do, right? When we go to the gym and we bodybuild, or we sculpt our bodies, right, in a physical way, so that we build muscles in certain areas. We work on shoulders, right? And then the shoulders look bigger, or we work on arms, yeah, whatever it is. But that's what these people do with their bodies, right? Because that's just where they're at. They're just totally addicted to it. And it's just sort of like something to tell their friends, who a lot of them are also into it as well. And they're like, you know, they'll come out of hospital, right, with bandages on their face, where they've had like the eyes done, right? This is a big one where they cut a bit of the eye. I don't have a problem with that, because it's actually, when you get into your 50s and 60s, your eyes, your eyelids sort of sag a bit, and actually cutting that, if they're really saggy, can make you look a lot younger, right? Then you've got like this whole face tuck thing where they cut down here, right, somewhere, and then they pull your face back so you don't have a double chin anymore and stuff like that, right? So to me, like I say, these things are just an addiction, right, in my personal opinion. But I do think that if people start with the butt thing, that's even more odd. I can see if they start with the boobs, right, and then they're like, oh, my boobs are really great, but I think I need a bigger butt. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to get a bigger butt. Like, okay, right? I can kind of understand it. But it's just still odd, isn't it? Still odd in great English terms. Odd, isn't it?
Well, here's the question. Who gave you the idea to have a surgery? Who told you that you needed one? Who put it in your head that this was a good idea? Where did any of that come from? As a child, when you were growing up, at some point it began then. When the kids on the playground made fun of you for having a stutter in your talk, or you had a cleft lip, or because one titty was oddly disproportionate from the other one, or you were always short. It always stems from childhood, some of this stuff, and then it carries over and into our adulthood. And then guess what? Let's introduce corporate America and these jingles. Brandon, you are our go-to guy. You bring us in $3.5 million a year in ad revenue because you know how to pitch stories. We have a new product that we want to sell to the public. We need you to give us your best pitch. We need you to sell this. We need to let the people know that if they use this, that is going to be best for them. So now you have to maintain your status at that company, or someone's going to take your position. You have to convince the world that if they put this bullshit on their face, that is going to keep them 15 years old at the age of 35. Or Nat, you're the one who's in charge of the media. You have to present something to the world that's going to convince them that this looks good on them.
Well, this is a good point. I'm going to interrupt you there, because certainly in the UK, a lot of these practices have very specific guidelines in advertising, right? The problem is, it isn't actually the adverts that sell the things. It's actually the celebrities that don't even talk about them that sell these things. And it's the friend groups that talk around them. And, it's just messed up, right? Like, actually, I believe that you can't run paid adverts for Botox, in my personal opinion, right? From what I hear in the UK, I don't know what you can and can't do within the US, but I think there are certain guidelines I would imagine that they have to follow. But the thing is that once the money is on the table, you know, and there's a lot of money involved, people find ways to, I'm not going to say advertise, but I'm going to say promote these products, because it's a product, right? And it's kind of sick to us and we can't understand it, you know. But I mean, look, there's this whole thing of like black dudes like big butts on women, right? There's this whole like stereotype thing, right? Who came up with that? I don't know. I don't mind big butt, small butt. It doesn't make any difference to me, right? But I have friends, they love big butt on a woman, yeah. But like, this is a different extreme. This is a sort of odd. It's like, say there's a big butt and it's like 30%, yeah. The big weird BBL thing is like 100%. It's odd. It's not like something that they have in their genes, because, you know, they may be Latino, because Latino women have nice round butts, yeah, as well, you know. So I just find the whole thing just super odd. Super odd.
Let me ask you a question, Brandon. What was your experience with the opposite gender like growing up? Did you like face these same superficial issues? Oh, you're this or you're that, or my preferences disqualify you from this, or like what did that look like for you specifically, or just like in general?
I know for me, I used to see stuff. It used to be just about basically colorism. Basically, if you're darker, they don't want you. Back then, growing up, darker, they don't want you. Be lighter, it's more push. But now it's kind of like switched a little bit. So if you was back then and you got dark and you got lighter, I know some people try to probably go back darker too. You know what I mean? So it's just like a mental fuck for them. But I know I was good. I ain't care. Like, I was good. Hey, hey, it don't matter. But a lot of people, they just get brainwashed or bashed, and I think it plays back in the head of, oh, I'm not good enough. Because some parents actually be telling kids that too, that you're too dark or too light. They'll tell them that. I heard it from a lot of kids that their parents would tell them that growing up. I was like, your parent or your grandpa?
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. I've never heard. Yeah, I've heard of this before. Yeah. But it's just crazy, man. This whole thing is literally crazy. Yeah.
Right.
It's just, you know, but I think Chinese people probably get it as well. Like Hong Kong Chinese people. Yeah. You know, and then when they met, like say the father marries a white woman, or she marries a white guy, right? Then there's like half Chinese, half Englishman, right? And that's kind of odd. So the whole thing is kind of odd. Yeah, all of this racial stuff. But I get worried. I'm going to use the wrong word. But I'm like, look, I can use the word black. What is wrong with using the word black, right? Like, but what would what would make me laugh, right? What would genuinely make me smile is to grab a load of like neo-Nazis, yeah, right, and then run a DNA test on these neo-Nazis and give them the results immediately. So literally, or get them to send some blood in, yeah, by post, yeah, and give you the address, right? And then for a great reality TV program, you could literally go to their house and read them the results, yeah. And can you just imagine what would happen? I've thought about that. I just think it would be a wonderful thing to do, because it would just show the world that actually we are all an absolute mixture, of everything else, right?
I
And
agree.
it's just interesting. It's just interesting, the whole thing.
When it all boiled down to, you're not going to convince me that you just woke up one day and said at 45 years old that you want to start cutting into your body because that was just something that you always wanted to do in life. No. You've been scrolling just as much as we have. We spend majority of our time on social media. So most of our identity has come from social media. It has raised us or it has reshaped us. Period. Because you didn't even know what the hell a BBL was until it was introduced to you. But guess what? You know what having preferences was. You know if you liked a darker skinned person or a lighter skinned person. You know if you like the Asian or a Haitian person. You know if you preferred with a girth. So I can't stand folks that don't have no sense of responsibility for their actions and then try to put this mask in front of it as, oh, I just discovered fire. No. You saw Celine Dion or somebody rocking the latest such and such, and then you wanted to copy and paste it. Period. You living vicariously through other people. You don't really, I don't think people really truly love themselves the way they think they do. That's the bottom line for me with this whole thing. DC Young Fly lost his wife because of BBL surgery, and I ain't making no light of it. I'm just saying, like, that stuff really cut deep, and y'all can get in front of the camera all day and flex and clap your cheeks and do all this and flaunt your money and flex like you the happiest person in the world, but you can't be. And Brandon, just to say, I remember doing a video on a transgender doctor. They weren't licensed, but they still was going out here doing these operations on people. They're in jail now because a woman died from it. She used cement to do her butt lift, and she died from it. So I don't put a limit on how desperate a person is when they are desperately desiring to have something. When you're starving for love or you're starving to fill a void, you will damn near do anything within your power to obtain that, even at the risk of taking your own self out. I don't have preferences. I like them all. As long as you're attractive in my eyes, I don't really care what shape you come in. But don't try to shame me for it. I'm not knocking you for wanting to get the operation, but don't knock the next person. Go ahead, you was gonna say something? It's scary. I would tell my loved ones, go to the gym, change your diet up, just eat healthier. The reason why there's a reason why your eyes get baggy. There's a reason why the cellulite comes. There's a reason why you got the pudge. There's a reason why you don't age well. And it all comes into how you take care of yourself. If you can spend majority of your life being a boss babe and blowing your money on liquor and all that, then you can take an hour out of your day and do a push-up, a sit-up, and still get better results than you would doing that than getting operations on your tummy and plucking out parts of your body. But I digress.
It's all relevant though. It's all very relevant information, yeah. You know, because we're really, if you were to look at it all, we're really talking about society and where it's come from since we were kids, right? Back in the day, yeah, when we got the Dukes of Hazzard, the Wonder Years, and all these amazing TV programs, yeah, that promoted family values, you know, like Kevin in the Wonder Years, right? He used to have a fight with his brother Wayne, who always used to like hit him a lot, and it was just like, but it was good natured bullying. Yeah, it was bullying, but it was just what a big brother does to a little brother.
Yo,
and now
Winnie looked the same.
What's that?
Winnie Cooper still look the same right now.
Really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, she looked better than what she did then.
Man,
my bad. I just had to say that because you said Wonder Years. That triggered the memory for me.
It's mad though, isn't it? How we've sort of gone from, you know, clean living, maybe having a few beers and not being obsessed with how we look, to now being absolutely obsessed with how we're looking and not really taking care of like the mind and everything else, because we're just focused on appearance, which is just so shallow, right? It's so shallow. And you know, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? So, you know, there are going to be women that I'm into that you guys aren't into, and vice versa, right? And it's just life, isn't it? It's just odd that people take these extreme routes to building a fat butt without any exercise at all. Yeah, it's crazy. People are insane.
Any final words for the general public, man, that relies on social media to dictate their happiness and their identities?
I feel like, you know, just be you. Everybody has their own unique thing about them, unique part of your body. You want to like or see somebody that likes you for you. If you getting all this extra stuff, once they go away, what's next? They're gonna leave. Just be you. Be natural. Keep moving. That's it. Just upgrade your life, upgrade your lifestyle. Sleep. Wash your face. Get some rest. Wear deodorant. Go to the gym. Yeah, exercise.
Please put on some deodorant.
Yeah, it's very important in the hot weather as well. But it's like, yeah, I agree. With everything you said there, Brandon. And yeah, and it's just like, don't be obsessed with having a big butt, and don't think that, you know, what you see in the mirror is what everybody else sees, right? If you go in and you put some massive big butt cheeks on your butt, yeah, and you didn't earn them, right? It's not the same. If you go to the gym and you do some squats and you do some specific, you know, hip thrusts or whatever it is, and you build a nice ass, right? What's wrong with that? Yeah, you know, like a lot of these Jamaican women, right, who just give it, you know, like dancing ragga style, right? They have great asses, right? They don't actually get fake fat implants. They just eat a lot of fried chicken and stuff, right? A lot of jerk chicken and stuff. So yeah, that's me. I'm done on this one. But yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. There's a reason why y'all want bigger bottoms. There's a reason why you want bigger bottoms, bigger breasts, thicker thighs, and you're not doing it the organic way. You're using a cheat code to obtain it. A lot of this come down, and these are just my final words. A lot of this comes down to lack of unison within yourself. You know how I know? Because you can have the genetic makeup of Aphrodite and have the personality of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You see how that works? You think I want to walk around with somebody with that type of attitude or persona? You're a whole woman. Nah. When we out of order and we don't live within our truth, it always represents us more than the cosmetics. Your real cosmetics, your real makeup is trying to shine. You're not allowing it to. You're trying to cover it up. You're covering up your natural makeup with fake makeup. You're cheating yourself and everybody else around you, but most of yourself. And this is your Jerry Springer thought for the day. Rest in peace.
Thanks, guys. I think I'm just going to close it out because I had something else. You just got to be yourself, right? And actually, there's no shame in looking at yourself and going, do you know what? I'm not really happy with how I look in these jeans, and maybe I do want to work out a bit more. There's no shame in that at all. But being happy with who you are is absolutely fundamental.
Respects and salutes to Brandon, salutes to you, Nat, bro. Salutes to everybody who pulled up in the stream. Do me a solid before y'all go, if you don't mind.
What's the goddamn button?
Y'all stay hydrated, stay cool, and till next time, peace.
Peace.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a friend on a like real weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging a generation to remember our story.